Hey, welcome to my channel. I'll be discussing the mag release and how you can make it work better if you're having some problems. Sometimes these things don't come out too good and they end up in guns, and then the magazine doesn't release smoothly or the way you would ideally want it, but they're usually molded or MIM parts, metal injected molded. It's the same kind of deal where it's molded. A little different molding process than cast, but very few mag releases are machined. I think if you want to get a machine one, the EGW might still make them, or quite possibly Ed Brown. But so if you push down on this guy and it binds, or you feel it's kind of gritty and grindy, and you want to make it better, and or you go to shove your magazine in there and it just hesitates going in, and you have to like bump it in there, there's an easier way than just trying to shoot a bunch of rounds through it and break it in. You might actually have to finesse the part. So for this video, I'm going to show you how to do that. So you're going to push on your mag release to get that guy to come up. And you get yourself a screwdriver, the right size, of course, and give it a little turn. Hold on, here we go. And the guy comes out just like that. All right. So if this looks smooth inside the bore, this one is, don't worry about it. That's not your problem. The problem typically with these guys is they get really, like when they do machine these, or if it's a rough casting, the bearing surface to where you push down on the frame, you can see a little bit of a mold line right here. And it looks like I used an abrasive file to kind of clean it up a little bit. And then it had like some kind of molding junk in here that was hitting the magazine. Clean that up. Right here, you can polish this if you want. This is the area that snaps into your magazine. Snaps right into the, you shove this guy in, locks in. It's your mag well. So you just, oops, missed it. There we go. When you push it, comes out of the slot, magazine shoots out. So you can just, polish this. You'll know the areas to polish because you'll have a shiny spot. And you just work on that shiny spot, or, if you've got like little bumps and stuff here, because it's a real terrible mold, you could use a file and just, clean it up to make it go in easier. But if your mag is not releasing after you polish this surface right here, it's probably because the slot is really cruddy. This keeper you see in here, it's like a mortise type lock, There we go. So you just have a plunger, there's a little tab on it, the slotted screw head. Sometimes they have like an Allen, head on there. And whatever spring you want, I typically like the stiffest springs I can get, so this is probably a Wolf spring. Although I don't really recall. I built this gun out of a parts a few years ago. So I'm not sure if I put a wolf one in there or if it was just something I had laying around. But anyway, that part there, we have some bearing surfaces in here that you can also clean up, with a needle file. And right at the very end, if it's really misshapen from the molding process, you can file this down some more. And what that'll do is you'll end up, I'll give you a little visual, you'll end up getting more range of motion when you push the mag release. It can actually go further into the frame and clear the magazine more. And it won't take much, just maybe a few little file strokes there. And if the bore to this is really cruddy, like what you see here, you can see a lot of tooling marks in there. So the way you clean that up, you size a drill bit to the bore, and you're not going to drill the bore at all. You're just basically running the bit, around the sides here. Give me a moment. 30 seconds. Let's see what we have here. That's the one, 30 seconds. All right, so what you want to do is, because I don't make a gunsmithing tool for this, you want to get your trusty drill bit, and then you'll put her in there like that, and you spin her around. And you're putting pressure on the hole, and make sure your drill bit's sharp. Or if you painted this part in some kind of way and you want to clean up the bore, that's how you do it. But you're not making it bigger, though. You can tell down there where the tip of the bit was dancing. You're just, cleaning up this area here. And if that makes you a little uncomfortable because you don't want to, make the bore longer, you could always, grind the tip of your drill bit down so it's square and blunt. And you've just effectively made yourself a 1911 mag release reamer. So that's how you would clean the bore up. If you were going to put that in a power drill, you best make sure that tip is dressed down, because you will remove a tremendous amount of material, and that's not what you want to do. You just want to smooth out the high spots to take the rigid, gritty feel out of it. So, using your needle files, you would just clean the slot up. Make sure there's no burrs on there so it's nice and smooth. And then you can clean it up with a Q-tip if you want to. I probably should. I just don't have one with me at the moment, but this video is not going to take that long. So then you put your plunger lock in there. We're not worried about names here. You can figure those out when you go buy parts. So there we go. We got that little tab sitting down. And go in there. Or down. If you're worried about your finish, you can always put painter's tape around here so you don't scratch. Let me lift this up a little bit. About that. And then you get your little screwdriver in there and gently turn it where you feel it stop. Back up a little bit. Allow this thing to float. You can find your slot. And there it is. It's in. And you'll be able to move this thing further out. You get positive release. Look how far that goes. Which is ideally what you want. You know, you don't want... So let's see, when does this start to release the mag? It's a little bit here. Right about there, it looks like. Not too far. But I can go much further. And that's how you correct your mag release problems that aren't releasing your magazine. You just have to make that slot just a little bit longer to release your magazine. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.